Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Daria Shields. Welcome to my alchemical kitchen. It is very, very important that we realize that we are in charge of our own health. And there's many ways that we can influence it. And food is one of them. And really, it's not about the food itself as about the relationship we create with the food in relation to ourselves. So when we realize that what is in front of us in the form of a meal will become us, we start to shift the way we understand the food and how it actually impacts us. And we might possibly make different choices when it comes to food that we put into our body. And it's also very, very connected into awareness. So if we work within the realms of our awareness and we take action that promotes self-love. So today I'm going to share with you a really, really simple recipe. And I find that these little side dishes that we can create that can bring a lot of, density of nutrients are really good recipes to have in your repertoire and learn about the properties of different foods that we might not actually use that often, but there are foods that we can absolutely fall in love with and they can bring so much health into our body. So today I'm going to share with you a very simple recipe for pesto, and it's going to be a parsley pesto. And parsley is one of my favorite herbs. I grew up eating a lot of parsley. Actually, believe it or not, like my favorite sandwich was just, sourdough bread with a little bit of butter and big, bunch of parsley from the garden in between the pieces of bread. And this is, oh look, a little bit of grass. It wouldn't do any harm. So parsley is a very, very powerful herb. You can notice that it's super green. So greens have a lot of chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is the substance very, very similar to our own blood. The only difference between, the biochemical structure of chlorophyll and blood is that in the center of the chemical substance, we have magnesium in parsley and we have iron in human blood. So it's a fantastic blood tonic, great for alkalizing our system as well. So it has many, many benefits. Another benefit that I want to mention here is that it contains precursors of very, very powerful antioxidants that we are capable of producing within ourselves. And this strong, powerful antioxidant is called glutathione. Really, really powerful antioxidant. And we can observe that living in today's world, especially when we're looking at people that are suffering from chronic diseases, like really severe diseases like Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, things like that. When you measure the levels of glutathione, they have very low levels of glutathione within their system or non-existent. So it is very, very important to understand that the free radical damage and whatever damage we do through the way we perceive the world around us depletes us from this essential nutrients that we can, or phytochemicals that we can actually produce within ourselves. So it is very, very important to support this natural ability of our body to produce things that help to keep this coherence and balance within our body, within our physiology, so we can live healthy. So let's get to the recipe. So what we need some parsley, we're going to need some garlic, and I have here also some pumpkin seeds that I have activated, so I just soaked it in the water. It's enough to actually soak it for about 20-30 minutes because the seeds are very, very small, very thin, so the water permeates and activates the pumpkin seeds. And pumpkin seeds as well will add really healthful properties into this recipes. Pumpkin seeds are rich in a lot of minerals, especially zinc, healthy fatty acids and protein. So you get quite a lot of amino acids from pumpkins as well. So in the combination with parsley that also delivers a lot of minerals, loads of vitamin C, it actually contains more vitamin C than oranges. We're going to create something that will be absolutely amazing as a tonic for our body. And we can prepare quite a lot of it, and when we add oil, it can be preserved for a few days in the fridge, so you can use it, on a daily basis. Just add a tablespoon of the pesto here and there, and that will definitely bring a lot of healthy food properties into your body. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop the parsley. So we'll need like a nice bunch of parsley, depending how much you want to prepare, how many people we're going to feed. So I'm just going to roughly chop it. And as you see, I have here mortar and pestle, because I'm actually more and more going towards, using my hands rather than electrical devices to prepare something. Of course, if I'm in a hurry, I will use those as well, and for certain things they are necessary. But if we can omit that and actually really get into preparing something using our own hands, I think it's very, very therapeutic, and it's also about transferring the energy into food that we eat. So let me just peel some garlic so we have everything ready. So we're going to use parsley, garlic, some pumpkin seeds, activated pumpkin seeds. You could also toast pumpkin seeds if you wanted to. I'm, soaking them and activating them just to make them more bioavailable, like the nutrients within the pumpkin seeds, and easier to digest. But you can also, toast it, and if you like it more when it comes to the flavor, that's fair enough. Okay, so we have the garlic in here, and also we will need some lemon juice. So I'm just going to cut that in half. So lemon brings a bit of acidity into it, and of course its own benefits too. So let me get stuck to it. So we're going to put a parsley in. I'm actually going to start from small amount. I'm going to add some of the pumpkin seeds. Okay. So basically, when it comes to proportions, what I would say, look at the volume, not on the weight. So if you have a bunch of parsley, you want 1/3 of the volume of parsley with seeds, if you're adding seeds. So just look at the volume, not at the weight. Okay, so I'm going to add some garlic in here. And that's going to take me some time. Obviously, we're going to add some lemon juice and some oil, and I have my salt in here. So I'm going to add a nice bit of salt, Himalayan pink salt. You want to use unrefined salt. It can be rock salt, whatever you have accessible. And that's important, that we're actually, using salt that can deliver various minerals and trace elements rather than just the two elements of chlorine and sodium, which can be problematic when they are stripped from the balancing, other balancing minerals and trace elements. So yeah, we have a lovely olive oil in here. So I'm just going to add a dash of olive oil in here. So this is extra virgin organic olive oil that I'm using in here, with a beautiful bottle. I'm a sucker for beautiful things. So I spend more money because something looks very nice. I think it's an issue of all of us. Okay, so I'm going to get stuck into it. So you can also work on your muscles. So I'm gonna just press it in. I'm there, I think. It's a lovely, nice consistency of pesto. You can have a look in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer it into a lovely bowl. So we're able to serve it nicely. So I'm just gonna use the spoon in here and transfer it in. So yeah, if you do it by hand in the pestle and mortar, it's going to take some time. You can use your blender, and that's, a very quick job. So whatever works for you. It's very individual. Now what's left is just to give it a taste. Let's see. Delicious. I really love it. It's just a round flavor. with the little, like, hints of, lemon, salt, and the flavor of the parsley and the pumpkin seeds and the olive oil, of course. So you have, a little bit of sweetness, sourness. You have the bitterness of the greens and the olive oil. So it's a really, really nicely balanced profile. I really, really enjoy it. And I hope you will enjoy it too. So I would like to encourage you to introduce all these little things that we might think that they don't mean much, but when we realize how much nutrition comes in the form of a simple pesto, it's actually incredible. We are bringing so many good things into our body, all the vitamins, minerals, trace elements, all the phytochemicals that help to support our body to produce within ourselves, very powerful antioxidants to help us to self-regulate and balance our bodies so we are healthy and vibrant. We have everything that we need within our own body, and we need to learn to set up all these different relationships with different mediums that actually help us to cultivate self-love and support the health of our body. This is an incredible technology. We know very, very little about it, but actually we have a potential to learn more and more when we start to access all this information that lies within us and become more independent when it comes to our health and well-being, become more self-reliant. So when you understand, how the food affects you, this is one of the things that you can improve upon just by changing the relationship with it, just by understanding that what you're looking at becomes you. So when you know that, it is really powerful how your relationship shifts. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you love the content that I share, I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. And if you have, any comments, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you will enjoy this recipe. Much love to you all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.